Hey friends, I want to thank you for listening once again. And in the spirit of transparency, I want to tell you how I am making these podcasts. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's literally the easiest way that I found that I can make a podcast. It's free. And the app actually comes with tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. They distribute your podcast for you. Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts get your actual audio, and you don't have to do anything. That's beautiful. You can make money from it. There's no minimum listenership that you have to have in order to be able to create income from this podcast. It's literally everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So you just have to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey friends, we're back with the Art of Transition podcast. This is Erica, and I am here with Miss Mary Joshua. This is the CEO of NexSheen Arganics, and we're just basically going to start off by letting Mary tell you guys who she is and what she has going on.
Hey guys, thank you Erica so much for having me here for your podcast. My name is Mary Lee Joshua. I am the owner and CEO of NexSheen Arganics. Actually, of M3 Cosmetic Labs. We're the manufacturers of NexSheen Arganics hair care products.
Yes!
I have M3 Cosmetic Labs here in the United States as well as in Johannesburg, South Africa. So that's really exciting. So I own two companies in two different continents.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's me. That's who I am. I'm an entrepreneur in the hair care game.
That's really, really exciting. Like that must be a lot to juggle. Two different companies on two different freaking continents.
Yeah, I get team no sleep or hashtag no sleep, team no sleep over here. It is very unique, and I got into this through my family. My grandfather started me in the hair care game. The hair care brand Isoplus was what he started. I don't know if you know about the blue oil sheen can that everybody's mom.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my God! I did not know that.
Oh yeah. So that's my grandfather, Ernest Joshua, started Isoplus. So that's how I got into hair care products. I'm just wanting to fulfill my family's legacy. And when my grandfather, unfortunately, he passed away in 2005. But up until then, he and I worked hand in hand, and it was kind of like, baby girl, I'm grooming you to run this company. So that's what I did. I went to school for business management with a minor in marketing with the mindset of I'm going to run our company business. So that's how I got into hair care products. And then unfortunately, my grandfather, when he passed away, unfortunately, with Black-owned businesses, especially Black-owned family businesses, sometimes we run into issues whenever whenever our patriarch passes away. Mm-hmm. Different things happen with banks start to call in loans. It can be, it's crazy, the things that happen that don't happen to people of other skin tones. But banks start calling in loans, and it's like, but we haven't defaulted. Like, why can't we get any money anymore? What's going on? So many different things happen, and then just trying to evolve also from, your father was running the business and now your brother, is running the business, and, that dynamic kind of did a lot of different things. We ended up having to sell that company. But whenever we did that, my mom and my mom's twin sister and I was like, well, this is what I was planning on doing, my whole life. So right. What we gonna do now? So we said, all right, let's start our own. So that's how M3 Cosmetic Labs was born. And we transitioned, I transitioned from working for the family company thinking that was going to be my thing to now owning my own family company with the hopes of, building it into an empire like my grandfather did, and to where my brother and my children and my cousins and whoever can then, work for us, and we can grow something still. So wow. That's the journey that I'm on.
Talk about a legacy and family wealth and building wealth. Like, that's an amazing story.
Yeah. So it's, just trying to, grow on that and trying to build, like I said, because thankfully I had a lot of the network, from my grandfather, as far as, I knew a lot of the distributors. I knew, we used to manufacture our own products. Now I don't yet have my own manufacturing facility, which I will at some point, but thankfully, I knew goals, honey. I will be making my own products, because already I know this is not the way I want to do it. But thankfully, I was able to, I knew some manufacturers, I knew some people, so I had a foot in the door that way. Yeah. But also, too, it was starting from scratch in a sense of, okay, well, I still got to get financing. How do I, get the seed money to get this whole thing started? So it was, I had a lot of, what's the word?
Like a background,
I had a good background and a good stepping stones that helped me, to bypass some obstacles that I think other people maybe would have had. But then I also still had a lot of the regular obstacles that we have as entrepreneurs with, financing and stepping out on faith. Because as soon as JM Products or Isoplus was sold, I immediately had people knocking on my door saying, "Hey, come work for us. We know who you are." Because I had been, featured in Sophisticate's Black Hair magazine and salon scents and stuff like that as being, an up and coming next generation, knowing what's transpiring in the hair care industry. So it was kind of like, okay, well, do I go ahead and go work for these guys, or do I follow my dream of starting my own business? Because, even, Lester Hair Care Products is so well known, and Jory Lester is my godfather. The hair care industry is really, really small, so he's my godfather. I know the Bronner brothers, I know Talia Wajid. We all know each other because it's also healthy competition, and there's not a whole lot of us Black-owned folks that are actually in Black hair care. There's very few of us. Still in this day and age, or we think now, we're all, Black is beautiful and all about Black empowerment, but there's still so many general market companies that are making hair products for us. So there's not a lot of us that are actually mainstream and have distribution on the shelf.
I can say, Mary, I was actually working out in California, and I'm in the hair store all the way out in, I don't remember if it was Oakland or LA. I was like, wait, that's NexSheen Arganics. I know that brand right there. That's Mary. I got so excited like that. Like, okay, I know her. Like, I can put a face on this brand. And that was just so exciting to me that I actually know you. Like, I can reach out and text you and actually touch you. We met through a mutual friend, Susan. And when I tell you, I was like, this woman is amazing. I've got to talk to her. I've definitely got to talk to her. And I just really appreciate that insight. I think that, it's important to highlight the people who are putting in the work. That's very important. And I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for your time. And for a couple of gems that you've shared already. Do you mind talking a little bit more just about healthy competition?
Yeah. Because I think, like I said, competition is healthy. So often, we don't have to be intimidated by other people that are in the same space as us, because there's enough pie for everybody, right?
Yes.
And you can't, just because someone else makes a product that's like yours or has a service like yours, you still have your own spin. You still have you, and you still have different ways that you can market things and different attributes that you bring to it. And even like you were saying, how you can put a face with the brand. I really take pride in that people can say, okay, that's Mary's product. This is what Mary uses on her hair. If they send us an Instagram message, okay, Mary's going to get back to me. Or, I know it's a message that's going through her. But yeah, competition is healthy, and that also keeps you on top of your game, because it keeps you hungry, because you realize that, there's competition that's out there, and if you sit sedentary and you don't stay on it, somebody else is going to gnaw at it.
Yeah.
But there's enough for all of us, and I just feel like competition is healthy, and it keeps you in a good space of trying to continue to go forward and getting better.
Yeah, so. I think that we don't speak on abundance and healthy competition. There's
never too much.
Never too much.
Never too much. Never too much.
I agree. And I wish you so much abundance for the upcoming years with your company. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. That was really my prayer for this year, is doors to open and for it to be in abundance. So I appreciate that reaffirmation that you're giving me, because that's what I want for 2020, is just doors to open and to get abundance, because it's tough out here. You know, it's hard out here. You got me on the song
you
thing
are
now.
doing it, honey. You are doing it.
Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for this opportunity.
No, thank you. Thank you. And Mary, before we go, can you tell the people how to find NexSheen Arganics?
Yes. So you can find me at your local beauty and barber supply store. If you go in there and you do not see NexSheen Arganics, ask the person behind the shelf or behind the counter, say, hey, I want NexSheen Arganics. They literally have a book full of products, and they can flip through it and find it, and they can order it. But that again goes to competition, right?
Yeah.
Because the catalog is 1,000 pages.
Oh wow!
And unless that store owner is hearing, hey, I'm looking for NexSheen, I'm looking for NexSheen, I'm looking for NexSheen. There's so many other brands that they're looking for, right? Okay. So you got to make sure that you claw your way up to the front.
Okay.
But also too, you can find us on Instagram, NexSheen, NexSheen _Arganics, Arganics. It's Arganics because we have argan oil in our hair care products.
Ooh.
It's a little play on words. And our website is organicshair.com. So you can find us a lot of different ways. If not, Google. There'll be, I'm sure, you can find me through your Instagram. You can find us. Just Google NexSheen.
I appreciate you so much. You guys make sure you connect with her. And we'll be talking with you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.